Hiya, it's Chris Murphy here from PhysioUK. I just wanted to talk through a couple of examples, or 3 or 4 examples of experiences that I've had with FFT that have just fascinated me and amazed me. Unfortunately, we haven't got them on camera, so that's why I'm just going to sort of talk you through them. Just to show you the instant effects you can have and also the longevity of the effects of FFT. The first one was on a course, it was about 4 years ago, and it was a guy who was a physio who'd had a 9-year history of low back pain. He was a highly competitive rower before that, played football, and unfortunately he'd had this right-sided low back pain and right leg pain. And in those 9 years he'd had loads of treatment, lots of physio, lots of osteopathy, chiropractic, soft tissue massage, stretching, so on and so forth, Pilates, core stability. Nothing had changed his pain. And he was unable to row, he was unable to bend forward very far, he was unable to play football. And on the nerve stretching test on his straight leg raise, it was only about 30 degrees, and bending forward he could get down to just above his knees, say halfway down his thighs. And Ron taped him up with FFT, went through the distraction process, taped him up, and within about 10 minutes he had him flexing down to the floor, and he had full nerve stretch. His straight leg raise was 80-90 degrees, and he was on a slump test, no pain at all, and the guy was virtually in tears, and I remember it distinctly now, and we were standing there, jaws open. So I thought, well, that's an interesting case, you know, absolutely astounding. Could I have got those effects normally? I think probably not. So I followed him up and saw him like 6 months later, a year later, and after 3 weeks of taping, he taped himself up. He had no pain. None of that pain had returned. He'd gone back to rowing, back to football. And that was kind of, for me, probably the most jaw-dropping example of FFT. The second was a personal experience. Vauxhall Station is a very busy station down in South London, and I was going down the stairs and I suddenly had this episode of low back pain. I was on the way to a lecture, to sort out a lecture, and I just thought, I can't walk. Ron was with me and helped me, and we managed to get to the venue, and then Ron taped me up at the venue. And so this is an acute episode now, and the other one was 9 years. This is like absolute acute. Taped me up, and I had no pain at all. And I had no pain the next day, taped up again, and it took about 3 or 4 days of being taped up to the point of having no pain at all. And I was just amazed by that, because I know that would have probably lasted 2-3 weeks before. And the third example, which ties in the sort of same body part, which brings in 2 people, is an elbow. And it was another tutor who had done a load of work and was really had this grotty elbow that had flared up, and said, oh, well, it's going to be painful for weeks now. Ron taped him up, got rid of all his pain. He could teach, no problem, and was delighted. And another one was a sports doctor who'd had restricted elbow extension, which I think we all know how difficult that is to get back, and it had 20-year restriction of that 20 degrees elbow extension, had lost that much. So Ron taped him up, and within about 5-10 minutes again regained full elbow extension. And I wish I'd got those examples on video. I'm just having to recite them to you now, obviously, but the amazement that I experienced and the people experienced just is testament to FFT, also the instant effects and the longevity in that particularly low back pain example, my example. So I wholeheartedly recommend FFT. I think it's brilliant, I really do. I hope you have been fascinated and interested by the different videos. If you haven't seen them, please have a look on the website on physiouk.co.uk/FFT, and hopefully see you on a course soon. Thanks very much.